Hey guys, welcome back to Hungry Geeks. My name is Ison and I'm going to show you a monitor that kind of surprised me, especially in scenarios that fits me the most. So if you're looking for a monitor right now into the market, of course, you have to consider the size. Along with the size is also your space in working or where do you play. So for this particular monitor, this is the Lenovo Legion R27Q-30. It's a 27-inch monitor that has a lot of flexibility, yet good in features, both in gaming and also kind of a bit of flexibility in your work lifestyle. So I'm going to give you a rundown right now of this monitor, why I think this is a fit for you, or might be an ideal fit for those who are with multifaceted lifestyle. Okay, so top features of this monitor first. We have a 2560 by 1440 resolution. That's Quad HD, higher than your usual 1080p resolution. So if you have a laptop, for example, at home or where your work laptop is just full HD, connected to your monitor, you have higher resolution. So it kind of gives you that boost in terms of higher clarity, higher definition in terms of gaming or work. Of course, in this scenario, I'm using a Lenovo Legion 7i Pro laptop. So it has dedicated graphics as well that can do gaming. So here I loaded up Genshin Impact in its highest settings, 60 frames per second, and it's really nice to see, especially in HDR mode. Now, it's not really just for gaming, not because it's called Legion, you just have to use it for gaming. It's also ideal for work because it's 90% DCI-P3 in terms of its color profile, or 99% sRGB color gamut in terms of its color profile. So it means that if you are working in terms of graphics like Photoshop, visual displays, or even editing videos, the color accuracy of this monitor is close to the reality, especially when you set it to those settings. So it kind of gives you that accurate interpretation when needed. Of course, this is a gaming monitor. At the side, it's up to 165 Hz in terms of refresh rate on normal mode. It can overclock to 180 Hz in terms of overclocking, but you have to activate it manually. But technically, once you activate it, you can only use it for 30 seconds. Now, 30 seconds in 180 Hz, personally, in my experience, it's not much of a difference. But if you are a gamer that wants to experience to the highest refresh rate, why not? It has that feature, but again, you can only use it a maximum up to 30 minutes because of the monitor's temperature adjustment as well. You have to consider that it's kind of overclocking. It's not a stable throughput in terms of output. So it's just an option for you to have a better immersion right in there. So it provides you with better motion graphics, especially if you turned on to the highest settings. Two other main features of this monitor that kind of surprised me is one, the flexibility. Okay, look at this, guys. You can raise the overall monitor. Of course, this is how you see technically a regular monitor. You can also put it down. If you are using a chair with lower height, overall this is a nice setup for you. Like for example, if I'm not using my gaming chair, you can also use other chairs. This will be a nice adjustment for you. Next is the swivel from left to right. Yes, this monitor can technically swivel for around 30 degrees from both left and right. So this is kind of ideal if you are using this monitor, like for example in corners, like what I'm using right now. I'm on a corner of a room, so you can put the stand at the corner and then just use here, or tilt it right. So it's kind of ideal that if you're two persons, so you're gonna show it, you show your preview here or show your preview on the left side. It's kind of nice just to swivel your monitor from left to right. Next is that pan tilting. Of course, you can tilt it upwards, you can tilt it downwards a little bit, so it kind of favors you most of the time, and it has a large range of motion overall to satisfy anyone's need when it comes to this monitor. 27-inch, the bezels are very thin, and the base mount is nice looking as well. So on this part, it's kind of built nice because overall it has metal built in terms of the whole body and then protected with a plastic layer. So it's metal protected by plastic to give that rigidity, and also ideally, of course, considering the price of this monitor, they are considering your wallet as well. Lastly is there's two HDMI ports at the back, HDMI 2.1, and then of course one display port 1.2 or 1.4 in terms of their versions. And ideally, in my recommendation, use the DisplayPort as much as possible to unlock all of the features of this monitor. Now on top of that, 27-inch is the size of this monitor as I mentioned, but I think 27-inch is also an ideal size for a monitor personally, because on a tight space like this or in the corner nook, 27-inch doesn't let you keep on looking left and right. Your peripheral vision is just the right size for the monitor, so you just have to move your eyeball from left to right. No strain on your neck in terms of overall usage. Now, it has features that can give you that advantage of not having that fear of missing out in terms of its refresh rate, because of its 165 Hz refresh rate and then 0.5 milliseconds. In terms of its response time, it's all fast. So in terms of the most modern games today, it has that right specification that fits your needs. As long as, of course, you have the right monitor, you have the right equipment as well in terms of your graphics card, you will be really able to maximize all of the features of this monitor and, of course, enjoy while using this monitor. Alright guys, so this monitor is priced at 16,495 pesos. Yes, 16,495 pesos for a Quad HD monitor up to 180 Hz in terms of its overclock refresh rate, and then response time of 0.5 milliseconds. Good in terms of color gamut, you have sRGB of 99%, DCI-P3 in terms of color profile up to 90%. So it's not really just for gaming but also designed for ideally on a working style at the side. For a gaming monitor, this is really nice already in terms of its specifications, flexibility as well. I have to really emphasize on the flexibility of the display, where you can swivel from left to right, toggle it from up to down in terms of the Z height, and the matte display is already gorgeous enough for the IPS display panel. So the wide viewing angles from left to right, it's really a monitor that you can just swivel, tilt, and then adjust the height whenever you want to, just to preview something. You'll be really confident in using this monitor. Alright guys, if you have any questions about the Lenovo Legion R27Q-30 monitor, shoot them down below. I'm going to answer them as much as possible based on my experience as well. But hopefully, you kind of learn into this monitor that it's kind of ideal for you as well. If not, there are a lot of other monitors from Lenovo Legion as well that they will be able to provide to you. Just go to their website, on their official Philippines website of Lenovo Legion, and you will be able to see their other arsenals as well of monitors, and surely there will be a match for you. So that's it for now guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you picked up something, and see you on the next episode. Bye!